Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about core values. Today's core value is sustainable abundance versus the anti-value of the illusion of abundance. So what is sustainable abundance? Well, sustainability is renewability. It's something that continually refreshes itself. Think of a renewable resource like a forest. If you are careful and if you're a good steward of your business, then you're able to ensure that it continually renews itself and continually feeds you with more opportunities. Because abundance is all about creating opportunities. Abundance is not having enough of something. That is a misconception. Abundance is actually a subjective term. Abundance is having more than you need, that you personally need, it's good for you and your family. That may be more or less than what I personally need. So abundance is a subjective thing that's individual to each of us. Sustainable abundance is creating a feedback loop, a consistent feedback loop that gives you opportunities that allow you to live the life you want to live. Abundance mentality versus scarcity mentality. This is so critical. A lot of us live in this world of scarcity. Unfortunately, our society is geared us towards this. With the way money is set up, with the way that a lot of us have worked jobs, living paycheck to paycheck, we live in this world of scarcity where we're always chasing the next thing. We feel like we're in the rat race or we're on a hamster wheel. If these statements resonate with you, then you're living in a scarcity mentality, a scarcity mindset. And what that does to you, unfortunately, is creates high levels of stress, and it unfortunately makes you make decisions that are not always in the best interest for your long-term abundance and for your family and for your personal paycheck. What I mean by that is you may be at a showing, and if that deal does not come together, that client you're working on right now does not come together, you may not be able to pay your mortgage or put food on the table that month. So you're more likely to make an unethical decision at that time. Maybe gloss over a disclosure that needs to be made. Maybe push through getting them to waive their financing when it wasn't really quite firm yet, and putting themselves into more rough situations, of course, putting more stress onto yourself. That's what scarcity does. Also, a scarcity mindset is about focusing on your own specific needs and not worrying about other people around you. And then in regard, they didn't do the same. So it creates this negative feedback loop where everybody's out for themselves, and it really diminishes your ability to have abundance in your own personal life. An abundance mentality, on the other hand, is about looking at life as if you are in a place of abundance, having what you need to sustain yourself and your family. And even though you may not be there, if you look at yourself in that place, you will get there. A perfect example that I use every day is going to the grocery store. I don't worry so much about penny pinching on every piece of food. I make sure that I get good food because I know good food fuels me and fuels my future self to make healthy, right decisions down the road and give me the energy and the nutrients that I need to be abundant. If I focus on, well, I don't have a lot of money right now, so I shouldn't have this nice, food, and I should go for this cheap processed stuff. Unfortunately, I'm just feeding myself chemicals and negativity that will down the road further hurt my ability to be abundant. So it's about making choices now that are going to help you down the road in the future. That's what abundance mentality is all about. Keeping up with the Joneses is one of the most negative things that we can do. And the anti-value of sustainable abundance is the illusion of abundance. This is what this means right there. You may have heard this term before. Keeping up with the Joneses is you look over the neighbor's fence and you see they have a nice shiny new car, they have a nice boat, they go on lavish vacations, all that kind of stuff. A lot of agents live in this world, unfortunately, where they have a fancy car and they have a nice big house and they own none of it. They're renting it from the bank. And it looks like they're abundant, it looks like they're successful. They have a lot of billboards out there, but they're massive overhead, barely making ends meet. And if they miss that one deal, right here, they can't pay that bill, they could lose all that stuff. So they have a much higher stress level than most people would, and they're also making decisions that are not necessarily in their long-term benefit, in the long-term benefit of getting referral business, because they're going to do what needs to be done now to make a deal happen. And really that right there is a big reason why a lot of us live an unhappy life that's not successful, because we focus on what other people have as opposed to what we need to be abundant in our own lives. And the final thing is how to build sustainable abundance in your own business. First and foremost, sustainability is renewable. So that means consistency. That means that it constantly is there. So you can't overtake. You can't be a cancer and consume more than the environment can sustain. So you need to make sure that you're consistent in your business. And the easiest way to be consistent is to use your calendar to create a marketing plan for yourself so that you're prospecting properly, so that you're constantly renewing the opportunities, creating abundance for your service business. That's the first thing. The second thing is be grateful for the abundance you do have. When clients give you business, when you get leads that are coming to you from other sources, be thankful for that opportunity. Even if it doesn't work out in what you think it should, be thankful for that chance, because if you're grateful for abundance that comes to you, the universe will give you more abundance. If you're ungrateful, the universe will give you less abundance. So be grateful for the chances you do have. And focus on creating more irons in the fire. That's a common phrase I use. And what I mean by that is, if you only have 1 or 2 irons in the fire, you're going to do everything you can to make those 2 irons pop, to make those irons become sales. Even if they're not high quality irons, you're going to spend a lot of energy and time chasing low quality leads. If you have low quality leads, if you have bad clients, if you have buyers that aren't turning over, the answer is not to work harder or to maybe look at what you're doing wrong or get frustrated. The answer is to get more opportunity so that you can cherry pick the best irons out of that fire to make sure you have the best abundance in your life. So if you're having issues with putting money or food on the table, the answer is to get more opportunity, to seek more abundance, not try to do what you can do with the little abundance you do have, the scarcity you have. That's a scarcity mindset versus the abundance mindset. I hope that's been helpful for you. You have a great day.